Hello everybody, I hope you're all doing really good today. I'm Margaret Marie and welcome to my channel. Now what I'm going to do in this video is show you how to get this pink sparkly party face. So this is a look that would be great to wear for New Year's Eve parties or Christmas parties or really any party festive occasion. I like the look because it's subtle and it's pink and it's not too red and too screaming at you. So if you want to see how I got this look, just keep watching. Let's get started. Now, the first thing that you're going to want to do before you do any makeup application is to clean your face. Now, of course, I have a routine that I use and I'll link it right here for you. And what I do is use my clean washcloth and I gently exfoliate my face really nicely, and then of course moisturize. I use serum, I use moisturizer, and I get that on there and I let it set for at least 20 minutes so I'll have the optimal makeup application of foundation. So the first thing you're going to want to do after all of that, which I've already done, is to apply a little primer. Now this is going to make your makeup last, and most of you know that, but it really is an important part of any makeup application. So I've got a little bit here and I'm going to start with putting on some primer, and I'm going to rub that around a little bit, get it under the eyes. I'm also going to want to use a little bit of primer for my eyelids. This, in my opinion, makes the best base for any eyeshadow. And not that I'm not going to use other eyeshadow bases, but that's what I start with. So let's get that on there. You can see we're getting everything all nice and blurred here. Now take what you have left and just bring it down your neck, because when you're going to have this makeup look, you're not going to want it to wear off and you're going to want it to match your neck. So do everything that you do to your face, do it to your neck, to right about here to where it all blends in nicely. Okay, so after the primer is on there and you can see everything is blurred really nicely, I'm going to show you this additional makeup trick. You take a nice gel blush, and this is the Tart True Love blush, and it's kind of a red. So what I like to do is put that on before my foundation. You see how it will give a nice glow just like that. You don't need much. Do it the way you would normally put your blush. I usually put mine right in the middle, not here, but right in the middle, and then I put some right here on the apple. Alright, and now that's a neat little trick you can do before your foundation. Okay, next is foundation. So the foundation that I'm going to use is this Lore'l 24-Hour Pro Glo, which is for dry skin. It's this shade, it's 206, this is a buff beige. So I'm going to put that on my little ring blender here. Just like to put it on here first. Now with foundations, I've got another tip for you. If you want to see if it matches your skin, try it on your neck. See how that blends right in? You can really see it. That's it. That is the right shade. Alright, so I'm going to take this now. What I'm going to do is dot this all over my face. Now when you do your foundation, you want to start in the middle and work your way out. Most of your blemishes and most of your problem areas are in the center of your face, while the edges of your face are your best. That's actually your best skin. So you don't need as much foundation there. Okay, let's make sure we get the nose all covered nice. I like to dot it on first because it gives me a much more even look when I'm done, as opposed to putting on a beauty blender and slapping it all over my face. Right now I'm going to press this all in nicely with a very slightly dampened beauty sponge, and I'm going to add a little bit of the Olay mist because I want to seal it in. Pressed in really well. Okay, I'm going to come in really close so you can see the blush underneath my foundation. See? See, isn't that nice? Now I'm still going to wear blush, but underneath it I have this just like really nice glow, and that's going to last under there, and it's going to stand out. It's really going to make my face stand out cheek-wise. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is the eyes. Now I'm going to start with some MAC Paint Pot, and I'm using my clean ring finger. Just get a little bit of that. I think it applies it the best with the finger. I try to use a brush, but it just seems like the product stays more on the brush than on my eyelid, so that's why I'm using my finger to get this on. So get your base on there nicely. The next thing I'm going to do is set my eyeshadow base with a little bit of Mercier translucent powder. And that is going to make everything go on really nicely over that powder and over that base. So just get it on there, not maybe a whole lot. Just kind of tapping it into that. And get that all over there. Alright, now the eyes are set and ready for shadow. Okay, the eyeshadow palette that I'm going to use to start with is this Beverly Hills palette. It's the Sophisticate. And so what I want to do is start with this nice brown color right here. What I want to do with my eyes is have the brown and pink look. So you've got your pink with your contrasting brown, which is, it's a subtle look, but with a little pink glitter on the lid, it'll look really partyish. So we're just going to wiggle that back and forth in there, come down just a little. So you have a nice little background for the rest of your eyeshadow, and this will make the pink stand out really nicely. Okay, so we have that part on. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is work on this right here, this bone part right here, and I'm using a pencil brush for that, and I'm going to take this darker, kind of glittery look. It's called Vaseline. So I'm going to dip right into that and flick it off several times. Now, I'm going to hold my eyelid up a little bit, and you can get the full tutorial on this look, the basic eyeshadow look, right there. I'll link it on that video. Alright, so let's get this put into the crease. I'm feeling my bone and just bringing this right over the bone and flick it up. You have a pencil brush. This is the best brush to use for flicking your eyeshadow up like this. You want something with a point on it for that. Okay, next we're going to blend that out. Okay, next what I'm going to do is take this concealer, this Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer, and I'm taking a flat brush, and I'm going to get some little bit of concealer on that flat brush, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on my eyelid and working my way down, starting from right here where my crease is. Just take this and work it down. You want to use a very light base or a very light concealer for this, because the lighter it is, the more it will make the eyeshadow show up underneath it. So you definitely want to use as light as you can get for this part. Okay, the next step, we're going to go ahead and put some pink all over that lid. I'm going to take this color out of here. This is the Rose Garden, and I'm using my finger. And there. All right, now let's fix this on. Like that. Okay, next what I'm going to do to make my eyes really stand out and look sparkly and very much like I'm definitely going to a party would be some of this liquid eyeshadow from Stila. And this is Sunset Cove, and it's a really nice color, and I think it just is perfect for parties. So let's get some of this on there. And what I'm going to do is just tap it on like this. I don't really want to mess around with it too much with my fingers or anything. Just want to get it on there really nice. Get it a little closer. Okay. Alright, let's get that on there and then we'll clean it up a bit. Alright, now that I have the glittery liquid eyeshadow on, I want to clean it up just a little bit, make it look a little bit better, a little neater around the edges and whatnot. So what I'm going to use is this Lorea'l Enchanted Paradise eyeshadow palette. And I'm going to use some of the colors out of there to clean it up. And I'm going to use this because it is such a nice neutral color. I'm going to take this and I'm just going to go over that just to make sure everything is bordered and defined and the glitter isn't up into my crease. Just take a little more, give it a flick, that might help. And just come over this, see, like that, and just kind of outline it again. Let's do the other side. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to want to do is do some eyeliner. So I decided to use my Physicians Formula Eyeliner, and I'm going to use a brown. So let's start. Now, what I'm going to do is get the eyeliner over in the corner here, start right here, press it, and just kind of go over like this. This will keep it flat against the eyelid and keep you from making mistakes. And just do a little bit at a time. It's the easiest way to fill in all the little spots is just to go a little bit at a time. And when you get towards the end, hold it like this and use the point to finish. I have my eye makeup all done and I put on some false eyelashes, and so now I'm ready to conceal and to contour and highlight the rest of my face. So I wanted to wait because of the glittery eyeshadow that I put on. I wanted to wait and do my concealing because, of course, you know, this area would have got all full of glitter and everything. So I'm going to start with some Becca under eye concealer in a kind of an orange color right here, this little tiny ball. Let's put this right on my dark circle and I'm going to pat that in. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is highlight. So now that I've got the under eye circle style taken care of, I'm going to put some concealer, more of the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer. I'm going to place it here into my nose. Go to the center of my nose. Just my usual contouring. This. Now normally I wouldn't use such a light concealer for my face to highlight and conceal with, but when you're going to a party the lighting is different and so you're going to want to show up a little bit. So I will go ahead and use things that maybe are a little bit lighter than my skin tone just to brighten up everything and keep it looking fresh and nice for the party. Alright, so let's blend all that in, and I'm going to use that same sponge, but this time I'm going to spray it with some Olay mist, and what that is going to do is help me blend it in but not pull the moisture out of my face. And even though this is a dampened sponge, the Olay will really keep it from drying out on me and from creasing as bad. So I'm going to get this all blended in here. Alright, now I'm going to take some of that same concealer and I'm going to clean up my lines around here on my eyeshadow. I'm just using my finger to just press it in, but not smear it because I don't want to mess up any of this. And just pull it away from the eye. And there. And just pull it away from the eye. And what you're doing is creating a nice little eyeshadow in here. Now take a little bit of that same concealer and use just a little tiny bits of it, just to really define here. And this also cleans up any of the eyeshadow that may have gotten a little bit too high up there. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is contour with the Lancome Le Duo stick. I prefer the stick because it's just easy to work with and it's quicker. Let's see, we'll start right there. Right there, just a bit. Take a trip around the face. And back here. Right under that cheekbone. Right to there. Take a little bit right there. And do the nose. Okay, now a little under the mouth, so your bottom lip looks a little bit fuller, and I think that's it. Oh, maybe a little bit under the chin. And that's it. All right, now we're going to blend all that in. Now I'm going to take that same crease brush that I used in my eyeshadow, and I'm going to just do this. It still has some of that concealer on there, and this will ensure that the brown in here blends out perfectly. Now, because you already put that cream blush underneath your foundation, you already have a really nice glow going on there. So all you need is a little light blush, which I'm going to use some of this Benefit Dandelion Blush, and just sweep up some nice color. See how I kind of do a little check pattern? Sweep it out and press them with your brush too to help deposit some of the color on there. Okay, now what I'm going to do is take just something with a little darker color in it, and I'm going to, which is the Too Faced Love Blush. Alright, and I'm just going to do the apples and move the rest along. Okay, and that's it. That is the blush. And you see with the blush underneath it, it really makes it stand out nicely, but it's subtle. So that looks really nice, and it will look nice with your skin at any party. Okay, I want to go over that contour just a little bit, just to give it a little more definition. And I'm going to use the Pur Sculpting Kit, which smells like chocolate. I'm going to take this darker and just very lightly get my brush in there. And just do this a little. Just give it a little bit. See how it just kind of deepens it up just a little bit. A little more warmth to your face. Alright, just give that a little sweep like that. Okay, I'm going to add some lip liner now and some lipstick to complete the look. Okay, some lipstick. Alright, last but not least, I'm going to add some more Olay mist to my sponge and just go over everything. That way it gives it a nice layer of moisture and it'll hold everything on and keep it in place throughout the evening. And I'm going to put it on a sponge so I don't get any in my hair, because that is a real problem for me. Start with my forehead, just a little bit on my eyes, the eyeshadow too. Nice. All right, I think a little more. Okay, that's it. So that is it. That's how you want to finish it off, and just let that dry. Now to go and fix my hair, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is it. This is the finished look, and I've got everything all on. I'm ready to go. So this is a look that I like to wear when I'm going out to parties, whether it be New Year's Eve parties, Christmas parties, or just whatever parties that may be kind of fancy. All right, and I thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day. And until the next video, we'll talk to you then. Bye-bye.